Welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to discuss about problem 8 of uh, the topic line integral. The question is find the value of line integral where f vector is 3x square plus 6y I vector minus 14yz j vector plus 20x z square k vector from 0 0 0 to 1 1 1 along the following path. C is first case is uh, the space curve. Space curve means 3D curve uh, that is given by the parametric equation x equals t, y equals t square, and z equals t cube. Second one is the straight line from 0 0 0 to 1 1 1, and third is the straight line from 0 0 0 to 1 comma 0 comma 0, and then to 1 1 0, and finally to 1 1 1. Now the given f vector is 3x square plus 6y I vector minus 14yz j vector and 20x z square k vector, and as usual dr is I vector dx plus j dy plus k dz, and f dot dr is this multiplied by this 3x square, uh, this multiplied by this, that is 3x square plus 6y dx, and multiply the coefficient of z, that is 14yz and dy, and finally 20x z square and dz. In first case is the space curve from this also 0 0 0 to 1 1 1. So differentiating this dx equals dt and differentiating dy equals 2 will come down, and 2t dt, and dz will be 3 will be here, and e power 3 minus 1, that is 2 dt, as t varies from whenever to find the limit of t, you can use any, this or this or this. So the easiest one is this, because these both are equal and there is no square or square root or cube or something like that. So easiest one is this. So x varies from 0 to 1. When x is 0, t is 0. So when x is 1, t is also 1. You can also use this or this. If we find the limit of t from this equation, then when y equals 0, t equals root under 0, that is 0, and when y equals 1, so root under 1 is also 1. If we use this equation also, when z is 0, then t is also 0, and when z is 1, then t is also 1 from this equation. So whichever is the easiest, then you can choose that one. Now integration from 0 0 0 to 1 1 1, and 3x square plus 6y dx minus 14yz dy and 20x z square dz, and so there are two variables, so you can convert it into one variable by this parametric equation. So for x is t, so t square into 3 is 3t square plus y is t square. 3t square plus 6t square, that is 9t square, and 14 into yz. Y is t square and z is t cube. And for this it is 14, and y is t square, and z is t cube, and dy is 2t dt, 2t dt. So it is 14 into 2, 28, and p power 2 plus 3 plus 1, that is 3, 4, 5, 6, power 6, and here it is 20 multiplied by x is simply t, z square is this, the whole square, t cube, the whole square, and dz is 3t square dt, and 20 into 3, that is 60, and this t power 3, the whole square, is same thing as t3 into t3. So it is 3 plus 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, so t power 9. And by integrating, the formula of integration is integration of x power n dx is x n plus 1. We have to add 1 in the power, and this all will be here. So t square, 2 plus 1 is 3, and that 3, minus 27 by t, 6 plus 1 is 7, divided by that 7, and 60 as it is, and t, 9 plus 1 is 10, and divided by that 10, and limit from 0 to 1. So it is 9 by 3 is 3. So 1 power cube is also 1, 1 power 7 is 1, 1 power 10 is also 1. So it is 1 by 3 minus 27, 28 by 7 is 4. So 4, and this cancel, and remaining is 6, and plugging the lower limit, that is all 0. So it is 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 minus 4 is 5. The second question, second part is the equation of a straight line joining 2 points 0, 0, 0 and 1, 1, 1. In 0, 0 and 0 and 1 comma 1 comma 1. So let it be, and this be. x1 comma y1 comma z1 and x2 comma y2 comma z2. So the equation of straight line joining 2 points is x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1 is equal to y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1, which is again equals to z minus z1 divided by z2 minus z1. X minus x1 is 0 divided by x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1 is 1 minus 0, and y minus y1 is y minus 0 divided by y2 minus y1 whenever 1 minus 0, and z minus z1 is 0 divided by z2 minus z1. z2 minus z1 is 1 minus 0, that is this. So 1 minus 0 is 1, and x minus 0 is same thing as x, and y minus 0 y, and z minus 0 is z. So it is x divided by 1 equals y divided by 1 equals z divided by 1. So you can let this be equal to t. So x equals t, y equals t, and z equals t. And differentiating this, dx is dt, differentiating this dy is dt, and differentiating this dt is equal to dt from point 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1 correspond to the t varies from 0 to 1. So from here, when x varies from 0 to 1, so x lower limit is 0, so t is 0. Plugging upper limit, that is 1, so t is 1. Similarly for this also, the limit of t is from 0 to 1, and from 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1, and f dot dr is this 3x square plus 6y dx and minus 14yz dy 20x z square dz. Now since x is t, so it is 3t square plus 6y is also t, and z is also t. So and dx is dt, dy is dt, and dz also dt. So 3t square plus 60 dx taking dt as common, and minus 14t square, and dy is dt and taking common, and 20 t cube dz is dt. So it is 60 and minus 11 t square and 20 t cube, and differentiating we get 6 t square by 2 and 11 as it is. Integration of t square is t cube by 3, and 20 is the constant, and integration of t cube is t 4 by 4, and the limit is from 0 to 1. So this is the same thing as 3. 6 by 2 is 3, and 20 divided by 5 is 20 divided by 4 is 5, so it is upper 1 square is also 1, 1 cube is also 1, and 1 power 4 is also 1, so it is 3 minus 11 by 3 plus 5, and plug in lower limit, it is 0 for all, so it is 3 minus 11 by 3 plus 5 minus 0. So simplifying, we get 13 by 3. The last one is this. From this to this, from this to this, and finally from this to this. Here are the 3 straight lines. So we have to integrate 3 times. For C1, a straight line joining 2 points 0, 0, 0 and 1, 0, 0 is y is 0 and z is also 0. So dy is 0 and differentiating it dz is also 0 and x varies from 0 to 1. Now x varies from 0 to 1 and y is 0, this is 0 and dy is 0 and dz is 0. So 0 multiplied by something is 0, so this whole term will be 0, leaving behind 3x square dx. So integration of 3x square is 3 constant and integration of x square is x cube by 3. This is cancelling and remaining is 1, sorry, x cube. Plugging upper limit it is 1 cube, lower limit it is 0 cube, it's same thing as 0, so 1 minus 0 is 1. For curve C2, the straight line joining from 2 points this and this, at here x is constant because it varies from 1 to 1, so it is x is constant, that is 1, and z is also constant because it don't change, so z is also 0. I repeat, x is 1 to 1, so x is 1 and there is no change in z, so z is 0 in both point, so z is 0, but y changes from 0 to 1, y changes from 0 to 1, so from 0 to 1, and here dx and dz are 0, dx and dz. Dx and dz are 0, so whole term is 0, so remaining is minus 14 yz dy. Here y and here z is 0, so this whole term will be 0, so 0 minus 0 plus 0 is also 0. For curve C3, x is 1 and y is 1, x is 1, y is 1, and so dx is 0, dy is also 0, and z varies from 0 to 1. Z varies from 0 to 1, 0 to 1, and here dx and dy are 0. Dx and dy are 0, so remaining is 20 x z square dz. 20 x z square dz, and x is 1, so 20 z square dz, so integration is 20 z cube by 3, so z varies from 0 to 1, so it is plugging upper limit it is 20 by 3 because 1 power cube is 1, and lower limit it is 0 because 0 multiplied something is 0, so it is 20 by 3. So line integration is from line C1, C2 and C3. So adding all these, for the curve C1 it is 1, for second line it is 0, 1, 0 and 20 by 3. 1, 0 and 20 by 3, that is 1 plus 0 plus 20 by 3, it is 23 by 3. This much for today. Take care.